Hello friends, welcome to the video lecture series on engineering and computer science related concept. So in this tutorial we are going to see about why this video compression is required. So rather than explaining about the actual algorithm working on a video compression or audio or any kind of data compression or lossy or lossless compression, let's try to understand why that particular video compression is required. Then in further lecture we are going to see about what are the actual algorithm running behind the compression need, actually why that compression is a must requirement while transferring video over the internet or while transferring from one machine to the another machine through some other medium also. So let's try to understand this compression need. So before we start, let's try to see how much space is required to store 1 second of video if that video is completely in a uncompressed format. So let's do some kind of small mathematics for that. Let's say for 1 second video we have a total 30 frame. 30 frame is nothing but the 30 total images continuously back to back going in front of our face while watching the video, and each frame is 720p progressive frame, so it has a 1280 pixel in a width and 720 pixel in a height, and each pixel is been represented by one red, one green and one blue color. So each of this color occupy one byte, so each pixel will be encoded with the help of 3 byte information. So let's try to calculate, and very small mathematics will apply to calculate the size of 1 second of uncompressed video, how much amount of space it will take. So we have total 30 frame, each frame is 1280 cross 720 in a megapixel, and each pixel is required 3 byte. So if you multiply all those things, you will get somewhere around 82.944 MB. So this is byte, I have converted it into KB and then I have converted into MB. So you can imagine the complexity or the amount of space required for just the 1 second of video. It requires almost 82 MB or 82 megabytes of information space. Let's go for more than 1 second. So for 1 second we have calculated that we require 82.9444 MB. So this is all approximate figure, but somewhere around for this kind of uncompressed video with this much resolution, it must require this much amount of space on your hard drive. Let's just linearly interpolate or extrapolate this information. So for 1 second we require 82 MB size, 82 MBs of physical hard drive space. For 1 minute, almost 60 times, it requires nearly 5 GB of hard disk space. So you can imagine that just for a 1 minute of video we require a 5 GB of space. For 5-minute video we require 25 GB, and for a 2 hours movie 600 GB of hard drive space is required. And once you are watching this video on the internet, you need to transfer this much amount of megabytes or gigabytes of information just to watch a very tiny amount of time you want to watch the video. So now you can imagine that just how much amount of huge amount of space is required just for uncompressed video storage. Now suppose we want to transfer this video on our fastest internet connection of something like a 10 Mbps internet connection from one machine to the another machine, or something like YouTube will stream, or even Netflix will stream those video over internet to its millions of, even billions of subscribers. So let's see how much amount of time. The same parameter in a first and second column, 1 second duration, 82 MB somewhere around. So on a 10 Mbps speed, even when the internet is going at a running its peak time or even a peak speed, so it requires 65 seconds. So you can see that just for a 1 second of video to watch, it requires 65 seconds to download those amount of data. So that is not at all feasible solution. For 1 minute it requires more than 1+ hour. For 5-minute video it requires 6 hours, and for 2 hours movie it requires almost 144 hours, which is nearly 6 to 7 days around, somewhere around. So you can think about that just for watching 1 second of video on a YouTube, you need to buffer those video for a 65 second, and no user is going to stay there. That's why this compression is a must requirement actually. So if all those videos are taking this much amount of time, and this YouTube, Netflix and Hulu, all those are streaming those video, this might not exist if this compression technology is not available to us. Now let's see how this compression technology will reduce down this space requirement on your hard drive, or transferring data from one machine to another machine over internet. So compression rule. So almost the compression reduced the size by the 200 times. So earlier we have seen that 1 second of video is require 82 MBs of data, or 82 MBs of transfer require. But if you apply the video compression on the top of it, it just requires somewhere around 400 KB. So if you have a simple 500 kbps connection or 2 Mbps connection, this kind of video works completely fine. If you have a 10 Mbps connection, it will definitely works very fine. For 1 minute video we have seen uncompressed video takes almost around 5 GB, but once you compress it, it just requires 25 MB. That is a feasible size on which the current internet video compression standards are working. For 5 minutes movie we have seen earlier that it requires a 25 GB, but once you compress it, just 125 MB. That is a very small amount of data for the 5 minutes video, and it's a good enough to see in a HD quality video. For 2 hours movie it was earlier 600 GB and it took around 6 to 7 days to download, but now we have just 3 GBs actually. So that is a very reasonable amount of space requirement, and due to less space it requires a less time also to transfer over internet from one machine to the another machine. So that's it for this lecture, friends. I hope you enjoy listening this video. In a future lecture we will going to see about a different video compression algorithm. This lecture we have seen about why that compression is required. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy listening to this video. Please do like, comment and subscribe it.